Hey guys, it's Raleigh here and welcome to episode 8 of Let's FIFA 18. And in this episode we're playing a lot in the division. We're right now sitting on 7 points. We got a bit of a rough start to the division because we lost the first match and then we drew the next one. But then we've been winning our 2 past matches and we're hoping we can continue that winning streak. So we start off here by adding a contract to Zielinski and then we jump into the search. And I think one thing to note is that Perisic in the midfield, he's pretty close to having played 10 matches, and then you'll get that loyalty chemistry, which of course means you'll get a little bit more chemistry because he is playing off position right now, left mid on a center mid spot. But despite that, he is playing very, very well there, and I really do like his carve. The only thing is, it bothers me a little bit that he's off position. I wish at one point they will include sort of position modifiers for left mid to center mid and that kind of stuff. It would be really, really cool to be able to pick those up on the market. Anyways, my first opponent of this episode had a bit of a mixed squad. A couple of good players. He had Salah, Lallana, Matip, and Smalling. Pretty decent players, but then also some players off chemistry. But he does start off pretty well with a lovely through ball. Lallana shooting it right on Chesney though, and then it was Nani to get on the ball, sort of wiggling back and forth, and then we pass it into the middle, and everybody pretty much gets a touch on the ball before Perotti sets it up for Zielinski, but the shot is unfortunately blocked off. 17th minute, Felipe Anderson on the ball using a skill move I haven't used in a while, the V-drag, which is a really, really nice skill move. And I guess here in the beginning, I've been mentioning this before, I've been doing a lot of the new stuff, the running drag backs, the Cruyff turns, that kind of stuff. And of course, I need to sort of include all the old skill moves as well from previous years, and it will of course happen as we play more and more. I'll get those skills under my belt yet again, and we'll start pulling those off together with the new stuff. But we do get a very nice goal here with Nani, a perfect elastico. It beats the tackle, and it looked real nice in the replay there because he sticks his foot out just as we do the skill move. We beat him, and Nani also able to tuck it past the goalkeeper. And then my opponent on a very nice run with Salah here, sort of weaving back and forth and just going past all my defenders, taking the shot, but right on the goalkeeper, and at least we stay in the lead. And then a counter-attack pretty much a couple of minutes later. It's Perisic to run all the way through into the box and should really have put that into the back of the net. And then Zielinski on through, not the most smooth skill moves there. Bumped into him. I didn't really get it in for a good shot, and instead Berarino just running on through, but the shot not on target. I was pretty lucky that my opponent had not equalized at this stage, and then instead in the second half we'd get that second goal and sort of power it in at the bottom corner. And here Nani using the new sort of directional fake shot where you can like stop away from goal, setting it up for Sombrero Flick, but the shot in the end just skied out of the stadium. And yeah, then my opponent breaking on through, a lovely chip there. I tried to rush my keeper or bait him and then pull him back in, but the run backwards was just so slow. So I didn't save it, and a nice chip from my opponent to be fair. So 2-1 it was, and I was looking to get back into that 2-goal lead. And now look at this. This is probably the best nutmeg I pull off all year. That panna on the defender was just delicious from Perotti, and I thought, let me try the chip. I should just run on through and maybe gone with a low-driven shot to score that, because that was such a nice skill move to beat the defender. Anyways, Nani on the ball here just towards the end of the game, running all the way into the box. We'll lay it off, we get a heel shot in, but not enough power on it, and it does not go into the back of the net. Felipe Anderson on the ball here, we're still creating a lot of stuff. Nice little skill move there, not too sure if it went through the legs on the defender. We'll get a shot in there in the end, but it is saved, and in the end we'd win the match 2-1. I should probably have scored a couple more goals. I had a lot of chances, but still it was a fun match to play. Got a lot of skill moves in, and we get 3 more points, which of course is the most important thing. So we're on 10 points right now, and then I went out and picked up Costa. This was just before he got his once to watch card released, because once that is out, you can no longer pack his regular card, and that means as we're in the beginning of the game, there's not too many Douglas Costas on the market, and hopefully he'll go up a bit in price such that we can make a little bit of profit on him. I think since I bought him, he went up like 3,000 coins, so it's still some coins into our club. Now, I didn't play with him right away because he didn't have too much fitness, the one I picked up, and my Serie A squad was running a little bit low on fitness as well. So I decided to play with our fitness squad, which we had sort of a mixed start to when we played in the division. I think we lost and drew the 2 first matches with the fitness squad, but I still felt it was a pretty alright squad. So now it's time to see if they could redeem themselves and pick up 3 points for us. And we get matched up against a quite nice Serie A squad there. Solid team all round, and we started off with Martins here using the Cruyff turn, very well timed there into Torres with the roulette past 2 defenders, and he will shoot it through the legs off the defender, in off the post, and we are up 1-0. So a lovely start there to the game, and we actually continue the nutmegging. Ball roll through the legs on the defender, we go with another skill move, and we shoot it unfortunately into my opponent, but nice little skill move there from Martins. And then my opponent, what a shot that was. I think it was Immobile with the shot, making it 1-1, and it's all even. Martins on through, and there we have the 2-1 goal. Those low driven shots across goal does seem to work pretty well, but this game had a lot of goals in store. Nyang near post, just flying in, keeper not saving it. I am thinking about getting Fairman. I've seen some people talking about it as well in the comments, because Horn doesn't seem to perform too well for me, not saving much stuff. Not that many keepers are, but he just doesn't seem to save anything at all. So yeah, 2-2 it was in this match. We break on through, nice little run, and blocked off yet again. He was really good at getting in the way of my shots at the very last moment, which was a little bit annoying, because we got some pretty good runs and skill moves going against this guy, but he always seemed to block me off. And here we get on through, nice stuff from Bruma there, and unfortunately he couldn't put it into the back of the net, so we got the rebound instead and made it 3-2. But I just wish we had scored that little skill run, because it was good stuff. And then my opponent bouncing back 3-3. Many goals in this match, and every time I thought I was in the lead, it didn't take long. He just bounced back and equalized. So yeah, match with a lot of stuff happening until the 86th minute, just bouncing all over the place, and somehow we get a goal to make it 4-3, and I thought, okay, that was the winner. But then Yang running on through in the 89th minute into the box. I tried to cover the pass across, he gets the shot in, but in the end, our keeper actually saves it, and Horn does a good job there to sort of secure that we didn't draw this match. So we win it, and we get 3 more points, meaning that we are very close to actually getting the title of Division 8. We just need 2 more points, I believe it is. Or maybe it's just 1 more point. I'm not too sure. I think it's 2 more points. So, yeah, with that, it was time to play with our Serie A squad. Now, with Douglas Costa into the side. I took Nani out, and I do really like Nani, but the thought is that Nani will be a super sub, probably in the 45th minute. We'll bring him on and then play him maybe as a striker instead of Perotti, so we have another 5-star skiller, and then Douglas Costa will play the entire match. That is what I'm thinking. So, yeah, going into the next match, we're up against a 5 at the back, really strong Serie A squad, and it's Felipe Anderson to start off with a couple of skill moves here out in the wing. Passing into the middle to Zielinski, to Perotti, and just sort of buying some time with some passes. He is trying to see if we can open up my opponent here, because he had 5 at the back. There was not a lot of space to find. But Costa here to turn around, get a little bit lucky. Perisic gets the ball, and that should have been a goal. 6 minutes, my opponent on the ball. Very nice stuff here. Turning around, hitting the crossbar, and it goes wide, and he gets another chance a couple of minutes later. Really nice turning there in the box, and Hamšík shooting it right on my keeper. So my opponent with a couple of early big chances, but after that, we started controlling the match a bit more here. Perisic on the ball, nice run going forward. He finds Perotti in the end. We take the shot, but blocked off, and it goes over the goal. And from a corner, I decided to try something new. I played it short and went with like one of the looping crosses to the back post, and that could be interesting to try out in the future. It seems to be perhaps pretty good if you have a big player there on the back post that can head it in. But on the rebound there, we shot it over the goal, and then Costa on the ball, chipping it in to Perotti, and a nice clearance there from the defender, to be fair. I wanted to try a bicycle kick there, but I didn't trigger it whatsoever. We get lucky here, we get a shot in, but it is saved by the goalkeeper. Costa on the ball, using the Elastico again, playing it into the middle. We take the shot, couldn't score, and in the end my opponent will try and clear it away. We pick it back up again, and we really had the pressure on him at this stage, trying to get that 1-0 goal. We played on through, and I just could not put the ball into the back of the net. And that meant we went into the second half, where I put Nani on to the top, and he broke on through, but I could still not score a goal. And instead, my opponent with a very nice 1-2 onto Belotti, taking the shot, but saved by Szczesny in the net. Costa on the ball here in the 57th minute, holding up play a bit. We play it into our midfield, and we find some space up here to Felipe Anderson. Nani on to Costa, and I thought the through ball to start off with was terrible, but it ended up working out, and we finally got a goal to make it 1-0. But then in the 85th minute, my opponent would cross it in, he'd get the ball onto Aubameyang, at least he would not put it into the back of the net. And then in the 90th minute, a nice little combination play to send Perisic on through, and here we would get the second goal, end off the match, and secure the win, meaning that we do win the title of the division. We get a nice amount of coins, and I believe we have around 9,000 coins at this stage. And in the next episode, we'll be doing a bit of squad building challenges. Those sort of advanced hybrid squads where you have to have a lot of nations and leagues and stuff like that. We'll start looking at those because you get some pretty decent packs, and hopefully maybe we can get something good out of those. Anyways, this is going to be the end. I think the next episode will be out in about 2 days. Stay tuned for that, and that's pretty much all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.